live right now. I'm gonna post on X.
Nice.
I'm looking for watch the Ravens game because I have like 10K shares of Henry,
I was
and I
gonna
have
say
some Lamar Jackson as well.
it should be. I think it's going to be a good day for Henry. They're gonna jump out on the
Yes.
Jets and run the ball all day. At least that's what it looks like on paper.
Let me put the screen.
I mistimed it. I have like all my good NFL jerseys in storage right now. I was trying to bust out my Sean Taylor Redskins jersey to represent, but I do not have it in the closet.
What team do you support, Publius?
I support the Commanders. So I grew up. They were the Redskins, but now they became the Commanders like 2 years ago because it was deemed insensitive. So they changed the name, and they were the Washington football team, which I thought was really cool. But then they changed it again to the Commanders. So hopefully they just fucking stick with a mascot as opposed to keep on switching it.
But they have some players on Football Fun, or no?
No, there's actually 0 Commanders. And my hunch is the team was going to list Jaden Daniels, the quarterback. And literally like the week before the market went live, Daniels, it looked like he was going to be out for the season. He hurt his elbow. I think he's going to come back later on, but the Commanders they're basically done this season. But Daniels, if they release new players next year, will be an amazing cook. He was like last season, he had like one of the best rookie seasons for a quarterback in a long time. But he's injured, and that's the NFL, right? 1 year you're great, and then the next year the guy is out for the season.
That's different from football.
Yeah, and that's why the injury rule is so cool that the team has done, right? Because like compared to standard NFL off-chain fantasy leagues, a lot of people do something called handcuffs, right? Where if you have like Jahmyr Gibbs, even though Montgomery's really good himself, but a lot of teams, their strategy will be like, or like if you draft J.K. Dobbins for Denver, fantasy owners have to plan ahead and be like, I need to draft RJ Harvey and keep him on my bench every week in case my guy gets injured. You see that strategy a lot with like the top 5, top 10 running backs is handcuffing them. But the team with the rule has like addressed that wrinkle, which is a really cool differentiation. I think at least compared to like your typical fantasy league where you don't see that at all.
Yes, and a great thing is like they are updating on Discord the injury alerts and everything, So it's like this is good for. Yeah. They don't have this for football, for soccer, They don't have this. And this is a good feature they added for NFL.
I hope someone can clip you saying soccer just now, so I can, just throw that around.
The S word.
Yeah, you're appealing to the Americans today. I appreciate it. That's a lot of love.
I'm gonna post on Twitter that we are live.
Nice. Oh wow, the Giants already. I missed their touchdown. Damn, they jumped out. That's good though for Lions holders, right? We want the Giants to put up points. Otherwise, the Lions are gonna just like run the ball with David Montgomery all day, who I don't think is listed, and he's not like he's not considered like a Gibbs handcuff or anything, even though Gibbs is playing.
Look,
but the more points the Giants score, the more the Lions will have to score. I'm here for
I have like no idea of NFL. You have to like if someone asks something on the chat, you're the one answering.
Totally happy to.
No idea.
Well, yeah, and we can. I got to give love to like Mr. Sesh and Wilder and some others you see in the Discord who bring a lot of NFL knowledge. But
yes,
man, my earliest memories are watching the NFL. So hopefully I can help fill some gaps for you today.
Wilder is a legend. He's a legend. Let me put on Discord that we are online.
Yeah. Oh, fumble? No, incomplete.
So already 7-0 for
New York.
Yeah,
the Giants jumped out. I don't know who scored for them. But I don't think they don't have anyone listed.
They don't have
It makes sense. The team focused on teams they saw that were going to be like competitive into the playoffs, I think. So if we like compared the standings, I bet like most last place teams don't have anyone listed. But you'll see guys from the Giants next year listed for sure. They got a great young wide receiver who's out. Their quarterback is a beast. Dart. He'll get listed eventually for sure.
Let me see my Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson and Harry, they need to cook today. Otherwise, I am cooked.
And Henry should, right? Because the strategy would be, I mean, the Jets have a pretty good defense, but if the Ravens jump out to a lead, right, what typically happens in these games is if a team jumps out to an early lead, they're going to run the ball a lot, right? Because they want to run the clock, right? Every incomplete pass in the NFL stops the clock. And when you're winning, right, you want that clock to keep running. So if we see the Ravens jump out, they're just going to feed him the ball, right? And he's going to get so many touches, which I can see would be good considering your allocation you got here.
Yes. 10K. He's my biggest bag.
I like him, and I was shading on you the other week, but he had a great weekend the other weekend, and I mean the Ravens are not out of it, right? Like if they keep winning, they're probably going to be positioned to make the playoffs. And then it'll be really interesting come playoff time what happens, right, in the markets. I'm excited to see what the team's going to cook up for Thanksgiving. There's definitely going to be some.
I saw yesterday on Discord. They said it's going to be something. Yes.
Yeah. Thanksgiving is all about extras and having more. So you got to do something a little extra here. Oh wow, Lions punting. Giants forced turnover on downs.
Oh, 7-3 for Green Bay already. Okay, yeah. Jordan Love.
And this is they don't do like what's interesting, and I think what you're going to see with NFL more in the future is introducing like more wrinkles like you see in football. Like this is a big rivalry matchup, right? These are like old school rivals, Green Bay and Minnesota. They're both in the same division, the NFC North. It wouldn't surprise me in like future iterations of the game where guys might get maybe more points for a game like this, but
yes,
usually this is competitive, right? This should be a competitive game. Vikings aren't going to roll over for the Packers, even though they're struggling. Someone's got to throw Jefferson the ball. I like that you kept your Jefferson allocation.
Yes, I think I got him for the founders packs, and I kept him. I don't really know who is it, but
he's a beast. He's like arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL, but what you're learning is how much is dependent on how good your quarterback is, right? Especially as a wide receiver. And the Vikings kind of came into the season starting this kid, JJ McCarthy. They let 2 quarterbacks leave in the offseason who are both having like amazing seasons right now. Sam Darnold for Seattle and Daniel Jones for Indianapolis. And that decision has not worked out for the Vikings so far this year. But McCarthy's young. But Jefferson suffers for that, right? And the same thing with running backs, right? Like you see Alvin Kamara for the Saints, who he's a little older now, but historically he's a great fantasy player. But man, he might be like the cheapest player in NFL.fun right now. Just because the quarterback in New Orleans is so terrible, right? Like defenses aren't concerned about the quarterback, so they just put everyone up at the line of scrimmage, right, where they hike the ball, where everyone, they call that like the box in the NFL, right? And you see they put a ton of guys in defense like in the box, which is like good luck running the ball when there's like 8 or 9 guys staring you down. So teams with good quarterbacks are always good teams to bet on in this game. There you go. Indianapolis already jumped out. I think Chicago could have a good day.
7 yes.
Caleb Williams is my guy. We went to the same high school growing up.
Really?
Yeah. He was I got some gray hairs, so he was a ways after me. But I gotta show my pride.
Listen, Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes -1.
Oh wow, he has an interception already.
Pittman did the touchdown.
He did. There you go. Man.
Tennessee. They're not playing.
I love that you got Smith-Njigba on your roster. He's in my off-chain fantasy league. He is the reason I am first place right now.
But he's not playing, or
he just hasn't gotten any points yet. I bet he's. Oh my god! I have to check my other fantasy squad. He's got to be playing. I assume we'd see the injury designation next to him. He probably. It's so early, right? His team probably hasn't even they might have not even had a series yet.
Yes. Yes. Maybe he's not even.
Yeah, Seattle just got the ball. Yeah, they haven't even. Yeah. Yeah, Tennessee had a long drive to start, only ended in a field goal, though. All right, Lions getting the ball back. Giants are punting, it looks like. Have you found a team, or are you feeling like a Ravens fan now?
I think that I'm liking the Baltimore Ravens just because I have 10K shares of Henry, But
it's a good team to pick. It's a good team to decide to be a fan of, for sure. I wouldn't want you picking some team that's been terrible forever.
I'm still choosing. I don't know which one to pick. It's complicated. I mean, there is because for NBA I support Boston Celtics. So in NFL they have a Boston team.
Yeah, no? They do. Yes. They're called the New England Patriots, but they're the Boston team. They play in a stadium that's outside of Boston in a place called Foxborough, Massachusetts. But that's a lot of these teams, like the Giants and the Jets. They actually play in New Jersey. They don't even play. It's funny. We were talking about the World Cup and the finals are in New York, right? But all these people are going to realize when they buy these super expensive tickets for the World Cup that the finals are actually in New Jersey. They're not even in New York City. The stadium is outside of the city. Yeah, most of these NFL teams, their stadiums are outside the city. So yeah, if you're a Boston Celtics fan in the States, you're a New England Patriots fan, most likely.
Okay, New England Patriots. Okay.
And they got some players. I think people were cooking with Travion Henderson. They might be on the. Are there teams on bye this week? Or yeah, there are. I know the Commanders are on bye this week.
They're playing right now.
Yeah, the Patriots are playing. They're losing, but it's early, and the Bengals suck.
They're losing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Maya Henderson. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, May is legit. So May, Caleb Williams for Chicago, and Jaden Daniels for the Commanders were the top 3 picks in the NFL draft last year. They're all quarterbacks.
So they are rookies.
So this is their second season this year.
Okay.
And Caleb Williams was the first pick. Jaden Daniels was the second pick, and then Drake May was the third pick. But Drake May is probably having the best season of all of them this year. But it'll come off season. You guys will learn about, free agency and the draft. I'm sure they'll introduce new rookies for next year. So it's a different wrinkle with American sports and how they introduce amateurs into the pro levels, right? It's the same with basketball.
Yes. Like the teams that are on the bottom, they have like privilege on the draft. I think it's like
correct.
This, no?
Yeah. So the order for the draft is the inverse of where teams finished, right? So the Super Bowl winner picks last in the first round, and the team with the worst record in the league will have the number 1 overall pick.
Okay. So then they equilibrate the league.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the NFL is probably one of all sports, it's like the most even, right? There's lots of parity. So like every year there's new teams. The key is getting a good quarterback and ideally drafting that good quarterback if you're an NFL team, because there's a really strict salary cap in the NFL, right? So in European football, right, teams spend as much as they want, right? It doesn't matter. You can't do that in American sports. And the NFL, it's really strict. So everyone basically spends the same amount of money. Okay. And quarterbacks get paid a lot, right? But when you get drafted, there's limitations on how much you can make. So your contract is determined where you're picked, right? It's like there's not even much. There's a little negotiation, but not a ton. So you want to draft a quarterback who does really well, because then you can spend all your money on all these other players. So that's
makes sense.
The key. And then you see guys like Josh Allen, they'll take less money. So they can spend elsewhere, right? So they can, spend money on other guys.
Josh Allen, he was the first pick of his draft, or not?
Josh Allen?
Yeah.
I don't think he was the first overall pick. I think he was maybe top 15. I don't think
now
he's the best player.
Yes,
he's the best fantasy player, and he might be one of the favorites, even though they lost the other night. Yeah, Josh Allen was the 7th overall pick in the first round, but Mahomes went I want to say 12 or 15. So it's never a guarantee, right? And then there's famous stories like Tom Brady was drafted in the 6th round, right? So he was like 100 some odd guys got drafted before Tom Brady got drafted.
Yes.
And then there's famous stories of the number 1 overall pick being terrible, right? And flaming out, but
yeah. In the NBA they have but I think in the NBA it's more guaranteed. For example, when Wembanyama, he was the first pick, and now he's destroying.
Yeah, the NBA, it's usually if you can draft in the top 3, your odds are you're going to get a really good player.
Yes.
So in the NBA, they do it a little differently, where a few years ago they had a problem called tanking, where teams would basically deliberately be bad so they could get high picks in the following draft.
Yes.
And obviously the league didn't like that, right? Because fans are like, this sucks. And one team, the Philadelphia 76ers, kind of jokingly called it the process, where they were just deliberately bad. So the NBA changed it now, where if you have the worst record in the league, you aren't guaranteed the number 1 pick in the draft. You're basically guaranteed a top 5 pick.
A high percentage of, yes.
Yeah, so they do an NBA, they do a lottery, right? Where they kind of shuffle the order of the top 15 picks. So the 15 worst teams all have odds. So I'm a DC guy. So the Washington Wizards, who are terrible and have been terrible for a while,
Yes.
We had the second worst record in the league last year, but we picked 6th in the draft, right? And the year Wembanyama got drafted, we were like one lottery ball away from getting that pick.
Yes.
It was like a big accounting firm literally like releases like Ernst & Young runs the lottery. It's like this very, but there's tons of conspiracy theories with the NBA too, which is a lot of fun.
No, I know that like in the USA the draft night is like a big event. Like people are like, yes,
oh totally,
yes.
Dude. As a DC sports fan, the draft is my highlight of the year. Like I legitimately am more excited for the draft than I am for the regular season because it's like it's all hope and opportunity and we could be really good. But that's how it goes. But the drafts are kind of a fun wrinkle that obviously European football doesn't have.
Yes. I think this is a good concept of the league. Like even for Jay Jacobs.
There you go.
Touchdown.
He's a beast.
Okay.
And Jacobs could cook. If the Packers get a bigger lead, they're just going to give him the ball all day. JSN still zeros.
I posted on X that we...
Nice. Oh, there you go. I see it. I'll retweet this.
Okay.
Start this chat. And the Lions are struggling a little bit here. 3rd down, 3rd and 6 for the Giants.
I will put the Baltimore Ravens game here to watch.
Winston got back. Got him. 1st down. Wan'Dale Robinson. It's a big conversion. I don't know what's going on with the Lions. I feel like they've been struggling a little bit on offense.
Yeah, the favorites.
Yeah, I mean, the Lions are a Super Bowl contender for sure, but the Giants got something going. Their record doesn't show it, but there it is. Well, big gain for the Giants. That's 1st down. They're moving now. Robinson again. Glad I started him in my other fantasy league. He's cooking today. Damn. Love to see it.
Where can I watch? From where?
Yeah, like a good streaming site.
ESPN?
Reddit usually has... No, so the ESPN doesn't do the times. ESPN game is Monday night. ESPN doesn't carry the games like these Sunday games. The best, I don't know if they have. I mean, the best thing is NFL Red Zone, where it hops between games based on like who the red zone in football, right? So it's 100 yards, the field length. And when you're inside the opponent's 20-yard line, right? That's what they call the red zone, because the scoring probability increases significantly once you're down that far. So this channel is called the red zone, and whenever a team goes into the other team, they just like automatically hop between games. Okay. If you're a fantasy player, that is the pinnacle best way of watching NFL, especially like right now, right? Because there's like 8 games going on. It's like Champions League does the same thing, right? Where it bounces, highlights. And you do like the multi-view, right? But the NFL is pretty so I live in New York, so I can watch the Giants game, I can watch the Jets game, but since I don't have Red Zone. I can't watch. They call them out of market games. So I just got to follow on Twitter. That Dallas-Philadelphia game this afternoon is going to be really fun. That's a big rivalry in the NFL. And a lot of guys for NFL. What are we calling it? NFL.fun? Sports.fun? Has the team settled on how we should be referring to it?
NFL.fun.
Yeah, let's run with that until they tell us otherwise. Yeah, I guess, it could just be fun. Could just be football.fun. But no, that game, there's 8 guys listed in football.fun who are playing in that Dallas-Philadelphia game. Be a little later for you, but that's going to be a fun one. It's always a good game. And what's the Thanksgiving schedule? I haven't even looked.
I think it will be like 3 or 4 games. Let me see.
Yeah, so there'll be 3 games on Thursday. So yeah, Detroit, Green Bay, great rivalry. Dallas, Kansas City. Dallas and Detroit always play on Thanksgiving. It's like a historical thing where no matter what, those teams are playing. And Baltimore, Cincinnati is a great rivalry. That's an in-division game, right? So AFC North. Right, so the key is you want to win your division. And then you automatically make the playoffs, and then there's wild card spots. So teams that don't win the division, they figure out like who has the best record after that to make the playoffs.
Okay. Ooh. So the Ravens, they're gonna play on the Thanksgiving, the 13th.
Yeah, that'll be a fun game. Giants unable to convert inside the Lions 5 on 3rd down. They're gonna kick the field goal. Looks like. They're going to regret that. They need those points. Yeah, their coach is pissed. They should go for it. They're kicking it. Pussy. 10-0 New York Giants over the Lions. Wonder if we're seeing any movements in some of these Lions players. This is not the start the market wanted.
Whoa, 7-7 already. Chicago and Pittsburgh.
Oh, they tied it up? The starting quarterback for Pittsburgh is out today, Aaron Rodgers, who's not in the game. So the backup wrinkle doesn't apply here. This is a big game, though. Both of these teams are – I mean, the Bears are like the worst 7-2 team in the league. I don't know what they're doing. They just keep winning.
Okay, so let me see if I understand the game. Quarterbacks, they're like the main players. They're the one receiving the ball and passing, and they're the playmaker of the game. That's it.
Yep, yes. That's a fair way. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
The wide receivers are the ones receiving the ball from the quarterback.
Correct.
That's their only job.
Yes, basically.
Yes, okay. And the running backs are the ones receiving the ball like from far and running, like getting yards.
Yeah, the way the term they'll use is they receive handoffs from the quarterback. So they line up. If you think about how the teams line up before the play starts, right? When they all gather at the line, right? The running backs, the quarterback is the guy that gets the ball from the snap. The running backs line up behind him. And then the wide receivers are out on the edges.
To receive the pass.
Yeah, so when Lamar Jackson, he'll just hand it off to Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry will be behind him and kind of get ahead of steam, and he hands it off and runs. Where the wide receivers will start running their routes on the outside, and Lamar has to throw it to them. And tight ends, they line up on the line of scrimmage usually, like an offensive lineman who blocks. but they also act like receivers, right? So all the points for the tight ends are as receivers, but the best tight ends are also very good blockers because they have responsibility to help the running game.
Mm-hmm. They're the one opening space for the.
Yeah, they will act as blockers for the running back, right? So if you watch a running play, you see all those big guys up front, right, who are like putting, they put their helmet on the opponent, right, which is like how they refer to them as blocking the defenders, right? You can't hold them, right? If you grab the jersey, that's a hold, and that's when they throw the flags, right? We can talk about all the different penalties, but you can't hold guys. You can only like block them like this. So tight ends will both block and receive the ball.
Okay.
When they're running the ball and Derrick Henry is running, basically everyone else on offense is blocking for him. They all have an assignment, right? So all these plays are designed right ahead of time. So they've all memorized the playbook and they call a play. So they're not like freestyling anything.
Okay. I think I'm getting. I'm learning.
You are, man. Yeah, it's a weird. It's more. I always forget it's more complex than the average NFL fan realizes. There's all these different penalties and tight ends, but I think what'll be cool is when the team introduces new wrinkles to the rules, which I think they're going to do for next year is my bet. You're going to learn more of the game through these new rules. So like a bad thing on offense is if you miss a block, right? So if you're running the ball and someone misses their assignment, right? In a future football.fun world, you might get penalized if your guy doesn't block correctly. Today, that doesn't factor in at all. But I think some of those more nuanced rules, like you see in original football.fun, will help people really identify like who's actually helping win the game. Or like quarterbacks who miss throws, right? Sometimes you'll see a quarterback and he just totally misses the guy. Right? Like Jalen Hurts for Philadelphia is notorious for that. Like he's he's a winner. He wins, but he's like just not a very good quarterback. But he scores a ton of points in fantasy because he runs the ball a lot. But he's not very good at throwing for a guy who plays quarterback. I'm probably pissing off all the Eagles fans, but yeah, it's true.
Who do you think is the better quarterback in terms of passing? In terms of delivering the ball, who do you think is the better quarterback?
Who do I think is like the best in the league?
Yes.
Wow.
Just in terms of passing.
Just throwing?
Yes.
I mean, Josh Allen is way up there. I mean, honestly, I want to say like Matthew Stafford. I don't even think he's listed in the game, though. Is Stafford in the game for the Rams? I don't think he is. Justin Herbert is also great. I'm going to pull up. Yeah, let's see.
Herbert, he's in the game.
Yeah, Herbert he's a really good thrower, but he doesn't really run ever. I would say Allen, but like Allen's a really good runner. Lamar Jackson's a great runner. He's a good thrower, no doubt, but he gets so many points because he runs the ball really well too. So that's a funny thing in fantasy where like Jalen Hurts runs the ball a lot, but he is very much like, if you were to where does Jalen Hurts rank as a thrower of quarterbacks in the NFL? I might not even put him in the top 20. Like he's low. He's low. Yeah.
And he's in here on
he is.
On the game.
He's on the Eagles.
Kind of expensive.
Well, because he scores well, right? Because he runs the ball, and the Eagles have this play called the tush push. Have you ever heard of this? The tush push?
No.
Oh man. Okay. So there's a play in the NFL called a QB sneak, where the quarterback lines up behind the center. So think of the beginning of the play, right? And there's a guy who's kind of hunched over with his hand on the ball, and he snaps it to the quarterback. That guy's called the center.
Okay.
A quarterback sneak is when the quarterback gets it and just kind of runs right behind, so he never takes a step back. He just immediately moves forward. And teams usually do that if they need to get if it's really short, like 3rd and short or 4th and short, and they just need to get a couple inches, a couple feet to get the first down. But the Eagles kind of changed that play a little bit, where now they have the quarterback snap it and they have guys behind the quarterback push the quarterback. Right? So you'll see them get 3 yards instead of just half a yard. And Jalen Hurts scores so many touchdowns on that play. Every time they're in, and they'll run it back. They'll just run the same play over and over and over. And it's really controversial because some people are it's not very entertaining watching the touch.
It's kind of boring game.
It is extremely boring. It is so stupid, but it works.
Yes.
And it's people talk about, will they make that play illegal one day? But they haven't so far.
So they're just abusing of it.
Yeah. They found something that works.
Yes. Okay. 10-0 for New York Giants. Hey, Wilder. Good morning, man. How are you? Wilder is a legend.
Definitely. Big football knowledge. It looks like the Lions are driving on the Giants. Let me check us in here.
Good day. You have some players, Wilder. Who is your biggest bag for NFL? Let's see. I will buy the player.
First and goal for the Lions. They're on the Giants 1. Oh, they're running this ball. Nope. Stopped him short. That's good for all the Gibbs holders. We don't want Montgomery vulturing some touchdown from Gibbs.
Wilder said that this Giant start is temporary.
I agree. I fully agree. A Wilder with the May allocation. I like that today. Even though, the Bengals have been putting up points. So if the Bengals put up a lot of points, Drake May will have to throw the ball a lot. And yeah, it's already 10-0. That's good for all the May holders. Oh, incomplete from the Lions. 3rd down. Yeah, this is nice, right? So this is where the more the Bengals get a lead, right, the more the Patriots will have to throw the ball to come back, right? Remember, because if you're running the ball, it really eats the clock. So they're going to keep running it. They're going to keep running it because it's still early, right? And it's always good to establish the running game, just to keep the defense honest. The running game can set up the passing game, and vice versa. But this is nice. If I was a May holder or a Henderson holder, I would actually be happy with the Cincinnati jumping out a little bit. It means they're about to throw the ball. And same for Detroit. But they need a touchdown here. Detroit cannot get stopped. They are inside the Giants, inside the 2, 3rd and goal.
Wilder is praying for his May shares.
Wow, Pittsburgh jumping out, yeah.
Mahomes 1 point.
Yeah, I know fantasy-wise he's done well this season, but he's been on the downswing for a couple years. Oh, Lions touchdown. Who was that? Amon St. Brown. There you go, baby. All the St. Brown holders got to be happy. Me
so
included.
Smith and Jiba he touchdown for him.
Nice. He's the guy.
Yeah,
so the Seahawks had a guy named Metcalf on their roster last year who's in Pittsburgh now. They had a guy, Tyler Lockett, who's been around the league for a long time. And Smith and Jigba was like the third wide receiver that they would use. He plays a specific, it's called the slot, where the wide receivers, right, the guys who line up on the outside, the guy closer to the offensive line is usually a role they call the slot receiver. And JSN plays in the slot, and they basically let all those other wide receivers go in the offseason. And we're like, this is our guy. Like, he is, like, imagine a European football team that has 3 great strikers and they let 2 of them walk, and it's like, we're keeping 1, right? It was a situation like that with JSN. And he is proving that was a smart move. He's got 13.7 points already.
Yes.
Amon-Ra St. Brown just went up to 10.9. Shakir with 21. He's probably going to keep that spot, but it's going to be tight.
And he's really, really cheap. Like, who has his
Shakir?
shares? Yes. He's like 0.006.
Yeah, whoever has him is going to cook. It's weird because the Bills, one of the issues for like owning a player on the Bills who's not Josh Allen is Josh Allen has a tendency to spread the ball out a lot, right? So a lot of quarterbacks have like a favorite player that they throw to, right? So like Smith and Jigba, right? He gets so many looks as the wide receiver in Seattle. The quarterback, he's like always the first stop. Like they're always looking to him.
Yes.
But Josh Allen is looking to spread it around all the time. So Shakir is a guy who he plays in the slot, right? So he's that position at wide receiver. And he won't do this every weekend, but there's something to be said in an NFL strategy of just getting guys who are on offenses that score lots of points, right? And your hope is that every so often your guy is the beneficiary of all those points, right? And that's why like Shakir won't have many games like this, but you know the people that owned him are banking on games like this, right? Where he happened to be Allen's favorite target in that game. Right? And the next week it's Keon Coleman or Dalton Kincaid or whoever. But Shakir's a nice pick. I do not own any shares after saying all that. I think my biggest share hold on a non-major player is Ladd McConkey for the LA Chargers.
Who?
Yeah, McConkey. He's currently just above a penny.
He's cheap or?
He's cheap. Yeah.
Okay.
He's cheap. And he would have had this season, it looks like he would have had 3 top 5 finishes. He's good. So this is
yes, he's a wide receiver for Los Angeles.
Yeah. So the Chargers had a great offense coming into the season. But the most important position for good teams to succeed in the NFL is the offensive line, right? So no one listed in this game. They are never listed in fantasy. But they're the guys who protect the quarterback, right? And if the quarterback doesn't have time to throw, he's not going to do very well, right? So the best teams have really good offensive lines. The Chargers had a bunch of injuries to their offensive line this year. So the quarterback doesn't have a lot of time to throw it. So McConkey is kind of the guy he always looks to for like quick, short throws. And the wide receivers who go downfield a lot for them and receive the deep passes, their usage has fallen off just because Herbert doesn't have enough time to stand there
I get it.
until some big guy is about to take him down.
Like for example, when the quarterback are getting pressioned, like when he's in pressure, He just looked for the favorite wide receiver, and he throws the ball for him.
Yeah, and if he doesn't have time, right, he looks to like quick routes, and the position McConkey plays in that slot role a lot of the time is kind of a favorite like emergency valve for a quarterback. So McConkey's been cooking these past couple of weeks when their offensive line is terrible, where there's this guy, he's not in the game, Quentin Johnson, who's another wide receiver for the Chargers. He's been like terrible. He was a little injured too, but his quarterback doesn't have time for him to like run his route downfield. He's got to throw it like way too quick for that to unfold.
Okay, I'm getting NFL. I think like actually it's fun. I'm getting the concept for real. I watched
it is fun.
I watched a little bit of this game of the Buffalo Bills because I have some shares of Cook, so I wanted to watch a little bit. And like he did a touchdown and everything, and like I'm kind of understanding the game. It's fun. NFL is great.
Yeah, it's fun.
And one of the things, like for example, after a touchdown, there's an extra point when the player have to shoot the ball in the
correct.
Yeah,
the kicker kicks the extra point.
Kind of easy normally, these extra points.
Yeah, it used to be a lot easier, and then they moved it back, so now it's like I think it's like 35-yard kick, which is they should be making that every time, but you'll see guys miss it.
Yeah, because when I was watching this game, there was a guy for Buffalo Bills that he lost
he missed it.
Extra point. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good way to lose a job if you're a kicker. Those guys will get cut so fast. Like a guy has a bad week, and on Monday he's out of a job. They just cut him.
Yeah. Go,
see what the Giants are doing here.
I need you to cook.
Giants inside the red zone. Drop back to the end zone. Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Giants.
Why those Chiefs are done? Kansas City Chiefs. Baltimore Ravens and New York Jets do 0-0. The fuck?
I hear 3rd and 8 for the Giants. They got to get a touchdown. Oh, taking the timeout. That's a smart call. Giants got to get a touchdown here. You can't be kicking field goals against the Lions and expect to win.
For Indianapolis against Kansas City Chiefs.
Giants 3rd down inside the red zone. Can they score a touchdown here? Winston dropping back. Oh, he's getting pressured. Step in. Touchdown. He got it. Touchdown. Giants. Whoa.
Here we go.
Big conversion. They needed that touchdown. 16-7 over the Lions. And again, I think this is good for all people holding Lions shares. They're gonna need to put up some points in the second half. Did he get it? Did he get both feet down? One. Oh, that's a touchdown. Oh, great catch. No doubt. Great play.
My touchdown.
Nice. He's at 6.2. Josh Allen, I don't think is going to keep that number one spot for the week at 10.1 points.
No, yes, I don't think so. I don't think I think that he's going to be top 5. Actually.
Yeah, he probably won't be top 3. You're right. It's gonna be interesting to see over the weeks what kind of that like point threshold, right? In football.fun, I kind of think of it as like, I don't know, like if you're getting like 140 plus points, odds are you're probably finishing top 5. Like maybe not. Some weeks are more competitive than others, but that's like the threshold that I think of. What's the number you think of for a guy to hit?
For quarterbacks, for example.
Or any of these positions, right? But yeah, like a quarterback in the NFL. So obviously the scoring is different. Is it 20 points, we think? Is that what you got to hit?
Yeah. Previous tournaments.
Yeah, it's a good idea. And obviously, right, we've only had a couple.
Let me see. But yes, like, I think 20. I think 20 you are guaranteed.
I think 20 is what you want to see. I agree.
Yes. Let me see the previous tournament. Also, yes, Josh Allen 47.
Yeah. Yeah, 20. 20 puts you in.
For quarterbacks, 18, and he managed to be on top 3.
Right. My man Baker. He's a dog.
But yes, like minimum 20 points. Otherwise, it's difficult.
Yeah, minimum 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Minimum 20. Means guys got some work to do.
Josh Allen with 10 points. I don't think he's going to make it.
No, I don't think that's going to do it. I do not think that's going to do it either.
Wilder said Maye in flight. He's cooking. Let me see. Yes, 6.2. He needs to.
Yep. And we want those Bengals to keep racking up points, right, Wilder? Need our boy May to throw the ball. That's where some teams are going to get hurt is, if you're a really good team and you jump out and you have the quarterback and the quarterback the rest of the game is just handing the ball off to the running back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was kind of thinking might happen to the Ravens today, but it looks like it's going to be a little more competitive.
Yes, I think there's 7 new for New York. Yes. And it was this guy, like Wilson.
He's a beast, Garrett Wilson.
Did the touchdown.
Yeah, he's the guy.
But he's very, very cheap. Like, look at his price.
It's because the quarterback is terrible, right? Like, I don't even who is the Jets quarterback today? I don't even know. Is it still Justin Fields? No, it's Tyrod Taylor, who's like a journeyman backup who's been in the league for a long time, but he's like a professional backup quarterback. That's the best job in sports. The best job in sports is being the backup quarterback, without a doubt.
Because you never play.
There's no pressure. You hold a clipboard. You get paid millions of dollars, right? You're not taking those shots to the head. Tyrod Taylor is one of those guys who's been around for a while. But Garrett Wilson, that's where it's going to be interesting next year, right? If the Jets can draft a good quarterback, right? Even though the quarterbacks for the draft next year, everyone thought it was going to be a great quarterback draft, but it really hasn't. We won't introduce you to college football until 2026 because that's a whole nother beast. But right, that's where all the guys are playing in college, and then they go to the pros. I don't know if the Jets will if they have like the number one pick, would they take a quarterback? But Garrett Wilson is one of these guys who is like unbelievable. But because he doesn't have a good quarterback, people don't want to. Yeah. Ohio State is where he went, and Ohio State is like a football factory, right? Especially the wide receiver position, like Smith and Jigba. Who else? God, there's so many. It's like Ohio State and Louisiana State University are like the wide receiver factories. So Wilson will stay that cheap. He'll have good weeks like this, but it's hard to. He's probably better with the backup Tyrod Taylor than Justin Fields, their starter, honestly.
This week seems to be he seems to be paying off.
Yeah. Well, and I imagine not a lot of people hold his shares, right? So the folks that do hold him are going to be banking.
Big win. Big risks, big wins.
There you go.
Okay, Jay Jacobs, he's cooking.
Yeah.
Almost 6 yards. Okay.
Yeah, Ohio State's. God, yeah, the wide receivers, Ohio State. I'm just looking at the list. It's just crazy. Egbuka for the Buccaneers, Marvin Harrison Jr. for the Cardinals, Smith and Jigba, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson. That's just like the past 3 years. They have like
of the wide
5.
Receivers.
Yeah, it's like every year a new wide receiver goes out from Ohio State and is just amazing.
Okay.
There are certain colleges in the U.S. that are known as producing lots of NFL talent every year. And Ohio State is one of them. Louisiana State, Alabama, Georgia, big state schools in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
If we get you to the U.S., we'll get you to a college football game at a tailgate. That'll be a good experience for you.
Yes, I want very much.
That'd be dope.
I want very much.
Yeah, that would be.
So cool.
Oh, it's so fun. All right, Lions down 17-7, 3rd and 10, drop back, sacked them. Boom. What are the Lions doing? The Giants are playing with a lot of juice. They're confident. The pocket just collapsed on him. This would be a big upset.
The only bad thing, and this is same for NBA, it's the ads. Like the there's a lot of ads. Yeah. The game stops a lot. This is kind of boring sometimes.
There was this famous article a couple years ago in the Wall Street Journal, and it basically found that in the average NFL game, there's like they play the game for like 12 actual minutes. Right? Because even when it's not a commercial, right? Think about how much time there is when you're watching where they're not playing. It's like the play ends and they're all going back, and then they do the highlights, and then they're lining up, and then there's a flag, and then they stop. And yeah, the NFL is it's a great sport for TV. I'm not a fan of going to NFL games. It's not a very fun sport to watch in person, in my opinion. Because of what you're describing, right? Most of the time it's people just standing around. Especially when it gets like cold, shitty weather. But yeah, that's what makes
in the USA.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what I'll do this Celsius. It's like 4 or 5 degrees Celsius in New York today.
Ay.
Well, you'll see when you're watching games in like December and January. Yeah, you'll watch a Patriots game and there's gonna be a lot of snow on the ground. But that does not stop the game from happening. Those are good games for running backs. It's hard to throw the ball when it's a blizzard. Oh, Caleb Williams just jumped up into the leaderboard.
Yes, he's on the first place.
Wow, and his shares are down today.
How much is? Yes, he's kind of cheap.
He's a stud.
I think someone dumped hard here.
do you think it's like, I mean, what's your strategy like when you have a guy who's racking up TP? Do you ever sell into that, knowing that guys like folks are trying to accumulate at that point? Do you ever sell into the pump, or do you prioritize the TP?
I always prioritize the TP. Like,
same.
There is people that sell the player right before the game starts, like to have like a profit. But for me, like I play the game because it's fun, like to watch the game and see your player like being in the top 5 and getting you some TP. So I'm always prioritizing TPs.
Well said. I totally agree. The game is fun, and it's. I mean, that's what makes me so bullish on this, right? Is like we're not playing this because of the crypto. We're playing because the game is fun. Right? It just so happens to be on chain, and it works better because it's on chain, right? Like those, I think, will be the applications that do really well. Oh yeah, Wilder. I was talking about New England, but Buffalo snow. Oh my God. Oh, I would not want to switch places with those people going to those games in Buffalo in January. Holy shit. They love their team though.
For example, me, like I was hyped to see the Bills game because I was holding some Cook, So I was like, I'm not going to sell him because like he got some to get some profits. No, I want to watch the game and have fun if my player does well, So like, I kept him and he is paying off, And it's cool.
Exactly. Right, and then I mean, right, accumulating TP is the best way to earn more shares, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly. And it kind of dawned on me. I stopped ripping legendary packs because like I'm not a whale, right? So like my NFL squad value is like 1,000. My football squad's probably like close to 3,000. So, I'm not, like Chum or some others who are getting like, or Otto, who's like, every time I see Otto, man, on Twitter, and he's like, I got 20,000 tournament points today. How did you do? And I'm like, I got 730.
Yeah, same for me.
I was like, I thought I did pretty good. But that's why I'm like, the ratio. It's all about the ratio. Right?
Exactly. Yes. Let's see the ratio TP, so then we can compete.
Yeah, show me the ratio, Otto. But yeah, I mean, like, it's just accumulate. And if you're a whale, obviously you're ripping legendary packs. But to me, it's like I've just started ripping epic packs as quickly as I can. Mm-hmm. And just like that's the best way to accumulate shares and sell guys and.
Mm-hmm. Like, of course, like it's not wrong to sell players and take some profits. Like
totally. Everyone's got to play the game.
Strategy.
For sure, right? And that's fun too, right? Knowing that there's some people playing the game who like don't care about TP, right? And are playing just
trading
to trade, right? But like those traders add volatility and activity that's beneficial for us, right? As players too, right? So we all kind of play our role in the ecosystem.
Yes, exactly.
Not to pivot away from NFL, but I'm so glad Eze finally cooked. Like, I feel like I've been waiting for him to do something in this game. Eze, he had a great game with Arsenal, it looked like, today. I saw the first goal.
Yes. He did a hat-trick, no?
Oh, I don't know. I know did he have a hat-trick? Is that why he's doing so insanely well?
Yes.
I saw the first one, and I had to stop watching at halftime. A hat-trick? Overdue, yeah. Boom.
Let me change here for the football platform.
Yeah, because I feel like one of the founders packs, I think Eze was my top pull, and I've just like not added, but held on to his shares. And I feel like he just hasn't done much. But he came out with a bang today. He's probably I got like 1,300 points today, and I think 500 of them are from him. That'll work.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I needed that.
Also, Olise 380 points.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't remember seeing a number that high. I'm sure there's been a higher number, but that is crazy. Bayern
the only highest numbers was Haaland when he scored like 5 goals with Norway.
That's right, in one of those Norway games. I can't believe I didn't see that coming in some of those qualifiers. Like, this man is just going to eat.
No,
we got the Inter AC Milan game coming up this afternoon. Who do you like there?
Inter Milan, yes. Let me see. I think I have some Bastoni. I have 1K shares of Bastoni, 1K shares of Salanoglu. And that's it.
Yeah, I got Kalu. He's probably my top holding. I have almost 10,000 shares, and I've been reaccumulating my Pulisic. For Pulisic, I have a little over. I had 5K before he got injured, and I felt like I beat the market I was watching, because my favorite football team, my favorite soccer team, is just the U.S. men's soccer team. So I know I'm an obnoxious American. So I just follow and cheer for whatever club teams those guys are playing for. So I've been with Milan for a couple of years now, with Pulisic, and they had Musa, who's I can't remember where they transferred Musa to. But Pulisic
is he's the main player of the USA.
He's our best. He's the best American player right now.
Yes. Yeah.
I think Tillman could become the best player. He's the number 10 for Leverkusen right now. He came up in the Bayern Munich academy, and Bayern really didn't want to sell him. But Tillman is like a prototypical 10. He can play the 8 too. He works. He's got a crazy work rate. But Pulisic is still our best player. He'll go back to I think Pulisic will be back in the Premier League next year. Unless Milan makes Champions League, he's probably going back. He was good at Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea was just a dumpster fire.
He was for Chelsea. Yes.
He was good. COVID Pulisic in that 2020 year was awesome. He scored in the Champions League semifinal against Real. But Chelsea just had I feel like they had 5 managers in 5 months. It was no one's going to do well there.
Yes. The mess.
Yeah, just a mess.
17 for Lions.
Oh, the Lions scored a touchdown. Gibbs got it. Nice. I missed that. Oh, and a receiving touchdown too. So that's the nice thing with Gibbs, right? Gibbs, as a running back, catches the ball a lot. So Derrick Henry for the Ravens, he doesn't receive the ball a lot. He's very much just a runner. But Gibbs catches the ball a lot. So when the Lions fall behind in games, Gibbs is actually still really well positioned to do well, because they need to throw more when they're losing. But he'll catch it a lot out of the backfield. 17-14. This is going to be a nice high-scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's going to be coming in on these shares.
Even Golf,
he's good. He never runs. He's the least mobile quarterback I can think of. Maybe Matthew Stafford, who I know we were talking about before, but I don't think is in the game. But Goff in this offense, he's always going to get points, just because the Lions' offense might be the best offense in the league. But I don't think Goff should be priced higher than some of these guys. Goff being higher than Caleb Williams makes no sense to me.
Goff is actually 0.77.
Yeah, well, Caleb Williams is 0.0143.
Yeah.
So I think Goff gets it's kind of like we saw in the early. I feel like when football.fun like came out of beta, because I wasn't in beta, but when it came out of beta, I feel like in that first weekend, right, like big popular known teams, those players have higher prices. Like I always think of it with like Fernandez and Man U, right? Like Man U players have an automatic like price increase simply because everyone knows Manchester United, right? Everyone knows them. Everyone recognizes them. Oh, they must be good. They're Manchester United, right? So they buy. I think what you're going to see is the same thing in the NFL with like big recency bias, right? Where it's like, oh, Mahomes, he's always been good, right? So he's got to be high. Oh, the Lions are great, so their quarterback must do really well. Where the Bears the past couple of years haven't been good, but Caleb Williams is young. He runs the ball a lot. He's getting better. The old offensive coordinator who kind of designed the Lions offense is now the head coach in Chicago. So Caleb Williams benefits from that.
But yes, like you said, they're not that known yet. You know, like they're not that hyped. For example, like Patrick Mahomes or
exactly.
You know,
where everyone knows who Patrick Mahomes is, right? Like,
yes.
Yeah. You don't need to even be an NFL fan to recognize that name.
Like before football.fun introduced NFL, I just known Patrick Mahomes, like not even Josh Allen, you know.
For sure, it makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes sense that you wouldn't know those guys.
But right now, you know, like right now, I am like seeing the players more and etc. And one thing that I think that could happen, it's for example that can happen. For example, like for example Williams. Imagine if he stay on top one, people are starting to look at him like maybe he's good, maybe he's getting noticed.
Yeah, people are going to take note, and it's going to be really interesting. Like a month from now, when the playoff picture becomes clearer, and who's going to like. It'll be really interesting to see what happens to the markets of good players whose teams aren't making the playoffs, right? So like Justin Jefferson for the Vikings or Jamar Chase for the Bengals, right? Those are guys who are top 5 at their position in the league. But if they're not in the playoffs, right, they're
not going to play.
Right? Yes. Where you have some guys who might get 2-3 extra tournaments, right? And then I don't know what they'll do for like the championship games in the Super Bowl, but they're definitely going to do something, right? Because the championship weekend, it's the semifinals, right? So you only have 4 teams, right?
Yes.
And then obviously Super Bowl only 2.
Yes.
I know they've talked about what they're going to try and do in the off season, and that'll be really interesting to see.
I think it will have something with the token. Like, I think they're gonna like give some token like weekly reward, you know, for the people that keep the players. I think there's gonna be something with this.
I agree. It makes sense. I think the team's done a really nice job of incentivizing the behavior they want, right? And that's what it all comes down to, is just incentivize the behavior you want to see in your users. So I agree. They're going to do something there that'll be interesting. I want to see who like the cheapest player is right now in the NFL.
I think it's Wilson.
Is it Garrett Wilson?
Yeah, I think so.
Poor Garrett Wilson. He's so good. He's so good, but his quarterback is so bad. He probably deserves to be in that spot. Damn, Brian Thomas? That's an interesting... Why is he so cheap in this game? Yeah. Is he not having a good fantasy year?
People are already dumping Baltimore Ravens players. So like Lamar Jackson, he's down 20%. And Harry, he's down 9% because they are not cooking on this tournament.
Right, and we got a whole half to play.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're losing. Like that means they're gonna
break right
now. Oh, Brian Thomas is out until next weekend, but he's gonna be a nice cook when he comes back. Brian Thomas, if you have any spare gold lying around, he could be a nice buy. But wow, yeah, people are dumping Ravens guys. To me, like that, I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
Even one player that I saw, I don't know his name, but it's D London, and I know he's good, but he's very
Drake London. Yeah,
he's injured, but he's good.
Yeah, he's injured, and the Falcons' quarterback situation, right? It goes back to that quarterback situation as a wide receiver. I think Penix, who came in as the starter, is out for the season. So I don't know who's taking over as the other.
Wider said people are silly.
Yeah, people are silly. That's facts. So Kirk Cousins is taking over for Penix. Kirk Cousins is good. It could be interesting what happens with Drake London. Because he's great. I mean, Drake London is one of those guys who I think people really liked coming into the league. But that Falcons offense the Falcons run the ball a lot too. So that's why Bijan Robinson does so well. The Giants are moving it on him. Jameis Winston having a nice game.
This game must go 17-14.
That's a complete pass. Yeah, this is a competitive one. The Giants, they want to get more points before halftime. Drop back.
I just
airing it out.
Message.
Nope. Incomplete pass from Winston. Giants got third down coming up. Less than a minute left in the first half. They would love some more points going into halftime. On third down. Winston in shotgun. Lions fans on their feet. Oh, they're blitzing. Winston drops back. Oh, got him. No, what happened? Dropped it?
No.
Incomplete. He took a little bit of a shot, too. It looks a little dazed. Not good. Fourth down for the Giants. They're going to have to kick the field goal.
Aye.
Try to stretch the lead. Yeah, this Jets-Ravens game, 7-3 at the half. That is what we would call boring.
20 now for the New York Giants. Wow.
Yep. Giants converted the field goal. They needed points. 20-14. This is going to be a high-scoring game. Wonder who took the over. Colts-Chiefs, halftime, 14-9. Steelers-Bears, 21-14. Bears are driving. Looks like they want to get some points before halftime. This might be a big day for Caleb Williams.
Yeah, he's 13 points.
Yeah, 13 points at halftime, and they're driving right now.
Where is the fumbles lost? What that means?
So when any player, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, when they're running with it, and they drop the ball and it gets stripped from them, that's a fumble. If the defense recovers it, it counts as a fumble loss. So sometimes you might fumble it, but you might like jump on it yourself before the other team does. So it looks like here they're not going to penalize in the game a fumble that's not recovered by the other team.
Okay,
so fumbles lost. That is Caleb Williams' issue. He is a bit lackadaisical with the ball. He's had a bit of a fumble problem, which, as you can imagine, is not a good thing if you're an NFL player.
Yeah.
You don't want to fumble the ball.
No, I get it.
Let's see what the Lions are doing. They're going to try and get some points here. Goff, nice day so far. 8 for 13, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns. 72 yards is not great, but 2 touchdowns. Let's see if they try to air it out here. 31 seconds left. 20-14 Giants over Lions. Lions on their own 43. Goff drops back. Ooh, tackled inbounds. Clock is running. They got to hustle. They take a timeout. That's smart. That was a nice completion to Gibbs. More points for our boy. Yeah, Gibbs looking nice right now. 18.2 points at the half. Not even halftime yet. Not mad about it.
You have some shares of him?
I do. I got 1.1, so not a lot.
1.3 for me.
Nice. There you go. Yeah, you're heavier than me.
But I hope that he doesn't. I hope that he doesn't stand out to Cook, because I have more.
I bet he will at this rate. Got him. Lions with a big completion. They're moving down to the 20. They're going to spike the ball, stop the clock. What are they doing? Spike it. This is... All right, 7 seconds left. Lions are probably going to take one shot at the end zone, I imagine here. They got 7 seconds left. So they probably have time to run one play, make sure it's thrown in the end zone, so it's either a touchdown or incomplete. And if you don't get it, you kick the field goal and take the points.
Mm-hmm.
Are they even going to try? Bears kick the field goal, 21-17 Steelers at the half. That's a high-scoring game. I think we're going to get more points out of that one. I think this Giants-Lions game is probably the most entertaining so far of the day.
Yes.
All right, let's see what they do. Lions are lining up. They're running one more play. 7 seconds left. They're inside the Giants' 20.
Almost 20 points for Gibbs. Wow.
Yeah. Goff in the shotgun. Gibbs is next to him. Pass completed to Gibbs. Get out of bounds. Oh, that was not worth it. All right, Gibbs with a short completion. Runs out of bounds. 3 seconds left. They got to kick the field goal now. That was a great play for Gibbs shareholders right there. They just threw a pass to Gibbs for literally like 4 yards. It makes no difference, but those are points, baby.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
I think he's gonna be in the first position. Gibbs.
I agree. And the Lions defense they're not stopping the Giants. So if the Giants keep putting up points, the Lions are going to have to respond. And that's great for Gibbs. It's not good,
yes.
and he's not in the game, but for David Montgomery, who is so a lot of teams don't just play one running back, right? They do what they call a committee. Because running backs get injured so much and they take so much punishment for the position they play that teams wisely have started to say, like, we need to split your carries and touches so you're not like taking so much punishment every week. So there's another running back for Detroit, David Montgomery, who is a guy that probably gets 10 to 15 touches or rushes a game for them. But he really plays when the Lions jump out to a big lead. So if the Giants jump out to a big lead, that would be a time to like sell Gibbs theoretically, because like he might lose opportunity to Montgomery. But this game today is perfect for Gibbs, right? They're going to need to keep throwing the ball. Right? If the Giants keep scoring, they can't run the ball as much. So Montgomery is going to be on the sidelines where Gibbs is the running back who can catch the ball for them.
It's kind of the same concept of NBA when there is a blowout in the game, like 20, 30 points difference, and then the main players, they are not getting that involved with the game.
For sure, right? Yeah, they put him on the bench, right? No reason to play him. It's like exactly the same.
It's good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, high scoring game is always nice for fantasy, even if your team is losing.
Yes.
Sometimes it's even better if your team is losing, because then you have to go score a lot of points to make up for it. So like, they're just throwing the ball every play, and they're throwing it deep every play. So wide receivers will cook.
Yes.
Right? Where the running back is just standing there like blocking, not getting any opportunity.
Yes.
What are the games? All right, so we got a nice slate of games this afternoon. Jaguars, Cardinals, that's not very entertaining. Browns, Raiders, not very entertaining. Falcons, Saints, not very entertaining. It's that Eagles, Cowboys game this afternoon. That's the fun one. That's a big rivalry. Lots of points going to get scored, I think. Eagles have been. This is weird. The Eagles are kind of.
I'm not getting used here on Total Fun. It's because the name of the teams are like, for example, New Orleans or Atlanta. But in America, you don't say the names of like this.
I know. I'll stop doing that because I'm sure this was like legal counsel from Sports.fun was like, do not say the team name. Like that is the NFL is crazy about. So that's Arizona Cardinals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The loss. So that's Arizona and Jacksonville. Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, Las Vegas Raiders, Cleveland Browns. The Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles. This is the big game for the football.fun crowd for sure.
I have some Barkley, some Jalen Hurts.
Oh, no allocation to the Cowboys.
No. Prescott is actually he's cheap right now.
And the Cowboys put up a lot of points, right? So they have a bad defense. So they lose a lot of games. But for fantasy purposes, it means they need to respond in kind. You can see his finishes, right? 3, 5, 8, 8.
Yes.
This is a good buy. The reason you're seeing probably this price decrease is that Philadelphia has might be the best defense in the NFL. If not the best. I'm not sure what the rankings are, but they are one of the best defenses in the NFL. So I think traders are thinking that the Cowboys aren't going to score a lot of points, but I disagree. I think this is a rivalry game. I think there's going to be a lot of fireworks. I think my man Prescott is going to cook. My man. I'm a Commanders fan, so I theoretically should hate the Cowboys. They're our biggest rival. Let's see, how many shares do I got?
Prescott.
Yeah, Prescott, I got 1,000. Ferguson is my big play. I have 2,500 shares in Ferguson, and then I got 1,000 in Lamb.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, Ferguson right now, if it's still like this, it's a good mark for the quarterbacks. Like, them are more than 20 points, Even for tight ends, there is a good opportunity so far.
Yeah, and I think this is kind of the NFL, right? There's a lot of parity in the NFL. So every year, there's always some new teams that were terrible the year before who are great the next season. The Patriots are a perfect example of that this year. The Chicago Bears are too. And it is the same with the players, right? And you see it week to week. I think that's what folks are going to experience is it's going to not be common to see guys always finishing in the top 5, right? And we see it in football.fun too, but I think you'll see it even more in the NFL. It's just hard to do it week to week.
You think in NFL there will be more variance between the players?
I think so. Where I think like in football.fun, there's just like less parity, right? Like the Bayern players are like always going to be there, right? Because like they just dominate in Bundesliga, right? And like Inter players are typically going to do really well because the bottom half of Serie A is not very good.
PSG on Ligue 1, for example.
Yeah, right. Like those guys are like going to cook. Where in the NFL, you don't have that every week. Like I like betting on sports from time to time. I never bet on the NFL ever, just because like you never know who's gonna. I mean, just look at the Jets Ravens today, right? New York Jets, Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
Right.
7-3.
I think everyone predicted the Baltimore Ravens to win this game pretty easily, but yeah, they're in a dogfight right
now. Yes.
So it's tough.
Yes.
The worst team beats the best team in the NFL a lot more than you will see in European football.
Yes.
Happens a lot.
True. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Very common.
Okay. Because, for example, in NBA, it's not that common. The shit team is really the shit team,
Yeah. Yeah, the NBA is closer to European football than the NFL in that. Like the best teams last year are the best teams this year, right? And the worst teams last year are probably going to be the worst teams again this year, right? Or like the New England Patriots. Might have gotten disconnected for a second.
It's good. You are good. You can hear me?
Disconnected there.
Okay, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I think it was on my end.
Okay, perfect. Touchdown for Ravens. I just don't know It was Henry.
Boom.
So Henry touchdown. There we go.
Love to see it.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is nice, right? They're giving Henry the ball a lot today. So he's already had 10 rushes. He's only got 27 yards.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet if Henry can get the goal for Henry every weekend for you is for him to get at least 20 rushes, right? If he's getting 20 rushes, you're going to be in a good spot. And I think he will today. They're not going to need to throw it much against the Jets.
For the people that are already selling him, he's cooking, huh? Touchdown for him.
Especially in the NFL, one play, and he cooked.
Can change everything.
Crazy that people were selling into Baltimore not dominating the New York Jets in the first half.
Yeah.
Baltimore's going to win, and Henry's probably going to have a nice point total today. Lamar, maybe not, but definitely Derrick Henry. Oh, and Smith and Jigba just went into the number 1 spot.
Oh, he's so good. 28 for him. Wow. 14 points just by yards.
He's cooking.
Jay Jacobs, 22. Second place for him. Two touchdowns for him.
Yeah, Henry's going to need to do some work. You're going to need another touchdown from him.
Normally, 36 points for Smith Niba.
Yeah.
36. Normally, quarterbacks, they do touchdowns, or it's not common?
It is.
It is?
So throwing touchdowns for sure. And I think they get 4 points in the game. Yeah, 4 points for throwing. So there's 4 points for throwing a touchdown and 6 points for rushing for a touchdown. Mm-hmm. So Caleb's had 2 touchdowns today. So he's got 8 points from that. But if Caleb were to rush for a touchdown, that would be 6 points for him, right? Okay. So the game has incentivized runners a little more.
Yes, I was going to say, for quarterbacks, it's more common to have touchdowns by passing than by running. Yes.
Absolutely. Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all the quarterbacks are going to throw for touchdowns. It's the quarterbacks that also run for touchdowns who will do really well in this game. And that's why, Jalen Hurts probably runs for as many touchdowns as he throws. I just keep shitting on Jalen Hurts, but I can't help it. I'm a Commanders fan, so I don't like the Eagles and I don't like the Giants. Or the Cowboys. I hate all of them. All right. Lions start the second half with the ball. I'm going to have to sign off in a couple minutes.
Yes, okay, no problem.
This has been fun, though, man. I appreciate you having me on. It's been fun hanging out with you.
Yes, and for the podcasts, when do you want? You can join us for an episode.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I would love to. Yeah, that would definitely be fun to join. Mm-hmm. I can be the token American in the crew. Let's see what the Lions are going to do here. They're looking like they're going to throw the ball. Oh, handoff to Gibbs. Oh, he turned the corner. That's a nice little game. Yeah, Gibbs is going to have a nice day today.
Yeah, 19 for him.
He's gonna work his way up this chart, I think. This game does not lend itself to David Montgomery. They're going to be throwing the ball.
$20.4 for Gibbs.
Just had a nice first down. First 2 plays of the half for the Lions, both to Gibbs. That is nice for the Gibbs shareholder community. And he stays on the field. Two runs, though. The Lions are setting up for, let's get a deep pass. Let's get a bomb to St. Brown. A little play action here from Goff. They're setting up for the play action. Here it is. Deep. Nope, not deep, but still got him to St. Brown. Called that one. So play action, have you heard that term before?
No. Play action,
so
what is this?
A play action is a type of play, a play action pass, where the quarterback looks like he's going to hand it off to the running back, but it's a fake, right? And right before he hands it off, he kind of takes the ball back, and then he throws it downfield. In the NFL, what teams do is when they run the ball a lot, they're kind of setting the defense up because, right, the defenders will start to inch towards the line because they're anticipating a run. And then after you see a team run a couple times, it's, expect the play action, the fake run, and then they'll try to go over the top.
Okay. Yeah, I saw Josh Allen doing this on the game that I watched on this game.
Yeah, where the cameraman gets faked out, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like he pretended he was passing the ball, but he just started to run.
Yeah, or you'll see that too, right? There's a lot of deception in how these teams design the plays, right? So it looks like they're going to do one thing, but then it's the next thing that they actually did. There's lots of you'll learn the plays because all the teams they have their own playbooks, but they all kind of run. So like every team does play action passes. Every team will do like screen plays where they'll get blockers in front of a guy and give him the ball. But each offense is a little different, just like European football, right, where they have different attacking styles. But it's much more scripted in the NFL. Ooh, big game for Williams. Well, that's a flag. They're going to bring this back, I bet. That's a big game for the Lions, but the penalty on the field. Let's see what it is. I bet this is holding on the offense. Ooh, ineligible man downfield. Bring it all back. You'll learn the rule book soon enough. There's a lot of weird penalties.
Like, I've just started to watch, I watched just one game. And I'm watching the second one right now. I'm watching the Ravens game. But I'm starting to understand first the rules and then the plays, the game. And it should be cool. I'm liking it so far. It's cool to, for me, it's cool to start to understand a new sport too, to understand how it's working. I like this.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, this is a cool way to learn the game too. Through sport.fun, right? I think it helps bring it to life a little more when you watch and then you see a play and then you see the points for the guy who made the play and it starts to put it together for you.
Like, for example, if it wasn't sport.fun, I would never in my life watch NFL, NFL, totally. There is no point for me, but just because of sport.fun, I'm starting to like,
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Well, the Lions had to punt it, so the Giants take over. That is not the first half start the Detroit Lions wanted. Second half start, I should say. All right, man. I'm going to have to sign off, but this was fun. Let's do it again.
Yes, of course. Of course, it was very good to have you here.
Yeah, man. Good seeing you, brother. We'll talk soon.
Yes, see you.